Episode 167. Are you kidding me? These are just
gonna run out of numbers soon.
Caesar, he's already strong. He just said since sound like some Brazilian funk. What was you over here doing?
We never finished the song, by the way.
It's true. We made a podcast. We made a podcast.com. Off the rip. Let's just like off the rip. Forget all the other stuff, okay? You don't even gotta follow us on Instagram. I'm over Twitter actually. There we go. Okay, Caesar Dip came back. New color in them lights. Off the rip, like we're gonna talk about Messi wanting to leave Barcelona today. Today is August 26th, Wednesday. We already actually talked about this many times. And I think when we talked about like who needs to go and stay at the big clubs, we already basically talked about all this stuff. But we're going to talk about it again, and we're going to talk about, Caesar, I got it lined up. We're going to talk about him, the notion of him proving himself in another league. We're going to talk about, I got a list of like different teams that they're trying to say he might go to. Actually, let me add a couple. And we're going to talk about the money aspect. We're going to talk about like his legacy. We're going to talk about the future for Barcelona. I probably should have pulled up these articles. Totally forgot. And we're going to get into it. And let me just say this off the rip again. I retired from paying attention to other football media. Not because I'm hating on them, not because I think they're bad necessarily, but it's just not unique for, it's like, I don't want to call it boring, but it's just like, you hear the same stuff. So it's just like, it's like repetitive. And I feel like there ain't really that many people coming from that like wow kind of perspective for me to actually be paying attention that much. I will continue to watch BN because like I watch the highlight packages, and then like when they talk about stuff, sometimes I'll fast forward it, but maybe sometimes I'll watch it too. But we're gonna come with the We Made It podcast. We're talking about how we feel, and we're not really paying attention to other people unless Caesar does.
Not really. I don't really watch any shows right now. I mean, I used to even back in the days. I used to even watch post game coverage. I don't even do that. I turn the game off now.
Right? It's just
everything feels recycled. Like no one gives different opinions. Like a good example, I remember like you'd watch something like ESPN NFL Countdown, or you watch something else. But then if you go to NFL Network, you kind of get different perspectives. And I think it's really important that you do that. But even when I watch some of these shows, and they'll bring in one player or something like that. It's like either they're so terrible at recruiting talent from former players, like they had that Micah Richards dude on him. He was horrific in my opinion on CBS. Like he just like he was making weird points, like just like very biased former player points of like talking about Man City days. I'm like that's not what we want. Like if you're gonna bring a former player, you got to bring someone like Boba who has like this like either traveled experience and like played in tons of leagues or was kind of ratchet on the low, or just, but at the same time, extremely knowledgeable about the game. Like, I think soccer doesn't even utilize its full talent. It has such a big pool of players with so many different languages they speak. I don't think they really invest that much energy into it. They just rotate the same 5 dudes off BT Sports, and these guys are being pushed around in different syndicates because they push that feed around over the world. It's the same dudes in America. You see the same guys in England. That's kind of whack, And in here, there's talent out here, such as us, and they don't go about trying to find them or contact them to try something new. The people see the same people all the time. We don't get to turn on and be like, oh, who are these guys? Never get that reaction. I never get that reaction. I get that feeling. I'm like, oh, great. Oh, where are you from? Oh, Liverpool? Great. Nice. Let's hear you talk about stuff now. But let's see your shocking viewpoint on teams. So just real quick, like I think that that kind of feeling makes you not want to tune into this stuff. And I definitely feel what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, before we get into it, just talking about I mean, we've talked about the media many times, but we haven't done it as much recently. But yeah, it's a lot of the same people recycled, and yeah, I, just to keep it all the way a stack, like most former athletes aren't really like that. Like, there's not like a dude. They're not like that smart, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't. They spent the last 20 years kicking the ball around. They didn't have that much time to be reading books and learning history and stuff like that. So when you have somebody like Bobo Vieri, who I did like, but his problem was he didn't really watch too much football like that. So like a lot of times he wasn't really like he can talk about the sport from an insider perspective, talk about how things are, and yeah, like it was like he had good stories that are funny, but he's not like really analyzing the sport, and he's also a fan.
Can you give me one former player that you liked?
I liked him.
I liked Henri.
I never really got to watch him, but I can imagine him being really good, though.
I watched him a couple times. I thought he was really good. I thought he did a really good job of I think because he played in two of the biggest leagues in the world, England and Spain, and him also speaking so many languages too. I think that really helped him really understand what's going on when he's on these teams. He's not just going out there, getting translated and doing something that he already does. I feel like he really got to understand the culture and these areas and these players. And I think when you have that invested energy, it made him, obviously he's transitioned him in doing the coaching approach. Like he wants to be a coach already and all this stuff. And he's had his interesting career coaching wise. But watching him, I thought he spoke really well. I thought he had good opinions. And normally I don't really like strikers when they do show like this. I don't really like the striker opinion because it takes a different mentality to be a striker. So I don't really translate well into talking to people in the media about the game in itself. But he does a good job with that. I thought he had a really good mind for the sport.
Yeah,
has a good mind for the sport.
Yeah. The only thing is some of these guys have relationships with people and stuff like that. So I don't know because I never really got to watch him, and Bobo Vieri hasn't really been on TV here for a while. But you're gonna be hard pressed to find them really talk about how bad Messi played, or or really be critical of their former clubs.
Yeah, and I think that what sucks for us as Americans here, watching in English, we I think that only happens with magazine and articles and websites in those places of Europe, like La Marca versus a different paper, and they may have some kind of local show or something that we don't know about, but because it's just not fed to us, we don't get access to that, and we don't obviously speak the language too as well, so we don't get access to it, and it kind of sucks because I would love to when they talk about reports saying AS is reporting something or Marca, I would love to read that myself or that, or just be tied into some kind of video of this, but it sucks that it's another language. So it feels for our side, at least speaking on the objective, as two Americans watching English, it feels regurgitated a lot. It's frustrating to watch. I watch ESPN FC, I turn off in 3 minutes. I'll try to flip over to something else. I mean, my favorite sport to watch is soccer, but I don't have one soccer podcast other than We Made It subscribe to. And that sucks. I would love – I know you've told me about the French League One on podcast, and I have them subscribed on Spotify. I tune in sometimes during the season randomly to check it out. But, for example, but I just don't have anything that go to, man, I can't wait to go to, lay down and listen to just a recap from these dudes. There's just us. And that sucks. That honestly sucks. I would love to be there. But we're only one in this lane, and we're still getting no love, by the way. So go ahead.
Yeah, going back, you have a lot of guys who they know what they're talking about, they're good, but they have relationships or they're fans of certain clubs, and their objectivity is compromised. Then you have guys that they just don't watch this. They're talking about players and games that they didn't watch or they don't watch, or they're talking about teams and judging them off of one match. So it's tough to for us seeing that, it's oh, I can't take you serious. I just can't. You're saying stuff that's not true. And if you were watching the games, you wouldn't say that. Or I don't know how you're watching the game. So that's why we do what we do. But going the original statement is our opinions aren't really shaped based on like other shows like ESPN or like even CBS has wrap ups now and or being people talking about it. Like I don't really pay attention to the other football media because one, like I feel like I'm part of it too. So like I gotta like have my own opinions. I'm not really trying to and not that if I listen to somebody else, like I'd be influenced. Probably I would just talk about it on here. But it gets frustrating to hear this person and that person saying stuff that's ridiculous. I don't necessarily want to bring that frustration to the podcast anymore.
And you know, in discussion of it, it's not about, oh, their opinion is different, I hate it. It's not about that. I'd love when it's a different opinion. I always enjoyed the speech and debate format of talking about sports and teams. Even from my favorite shows from watching basketball, I love that two people see the game differently. That's cool to me. That's fun because it's always good to hear both sides because I'm a person that listens to both sides. I'm like, oh, that's a good point, actually. Okay, like I can see that too. I can respect that, but I'm more in line with this. And this sport, unfortunately, what I see a lot of is like biasness on one side. When it's biasness, then it's not even something I want to listen to because you're not looking at the sport objectively. You're looking at it from the fan perspective. And when it's the fan perspective, then it's just not entertainment. And if you're going to be a fan, at least be an objective one. At least be a fan that's willing to be like, look, my fan, like, honestly, they're just doing really bad or just keeping it real about it. When it's gives that, like, I hate to say it, like that Laker Barcelona fan vibe to it. I got to get away from it because it's like you're not even going to keep it real about your own team or your own players. Like, so why I want to listen to this? And also you're a journalist, like you're on TV, like, and so everybody has to listen to you fanboy over a team. I don't want to do that, man. Yeah, keep it real about your team because you were fanboying all year, and not only did this team lose the La Liga, but the team possibly lost the best player they've ever had in their history. So what was all that fanboying and what was all this realness in January?
Now you're being personal. You're taking personal attacks. But and also like either they're biased or they're lazy. Like for me, it's like don't talk about stuff if you didn't watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's not even funny. The worst for me is commentators. When I hear a commentator try to talk about someone dude's league play and they say bad, I'm like, you have not watched this man in the league. When they talk about when ESPN would talk about Pjanic being a good player, having a good year, I'm like, you have watched 0 games. And if you've been watching games, please point out to me what are these good things he's done all year. I really haven't. Also, all of us, what happened? I'm the one on here who was the only one talking about Pjanic playing bad. I'm the only one who's been talking about this. All of a sudden, what happens? They move him. But no one was talking about it. If there was no build-up saying his plays been bad, then he gets moved, cool. But no one was talking about it, and then he gets moved. I'm telling you, I'm like, dog, he hasn't been that good.
But he did upgrade, though.
I mean, sure, like, yeah, he upgraded because he's still a piece. Like, you can still use him. He's not, like, expired goods. But I'm saying his form's been bad on this team, and then he got moved. Boom, period. Because if he was balling, they wouldn't have moved him, or they would have bought him for a crazy more amount of money than they paid, not traded him up for Brazilian that played in damn Grêmio 3 years ago.
I mean, yeah, like, sometimes the punditry is just lazy. Mm-hmm. And like I get it on some level. It's like you gotta seem like you know what you're talking about. But like and maybe they're just assuming whoever's listening don't care. But for me, especially like even before we had the podcast, it's like, yo, like, dude, like what are you talking about? Like and it got like there's only so many what are you talking about I can do before I just gotta just turn it off.
You know what I like most about this show? We only cover what we watch.
Yeah.
That's what I like the most. When I'm watching ESPN FC, and these dudes are going down 5 leagues, I'm like, y'all did not watch 5 league games. You didn't. Especially some of these fools. Like the Scott Deuce, I know he does not watch La Liga. Can he stop it? Can he stop talking about Carvajal like he's ever watched him play for real? I hate it. If you're gonna be an employer like ESPN and you're not gonna like mandate that there's gonna be certain people that are gonna specialize in Champions League coverage, or some people are gonna specialize in England or whatever, and you're just going to have 4 dudes that rotate talking about 5 leagues, please get out of here because then don't spend the time on that show talking about how they perform. Just talk about what you saw via the highlight. Oh, it looked good right there. Don't be saying, oh yeah, all season this and then Zidane's been saying this. I'm like, you don't even know, dude. Please stop it. Like they'll grab a tidbit off of like a coach interview. I mean, you didn't watch the whole interview. I've actually sat before and watched a preseason interview with a coach, and I'm like, that was a pretty good interview. See, I thought it was a good call. I go the next day, they're talking about these wild statements, and I'm like, huh? It was wild. It seemed pretty chill to me, but like people were laughing in there, but okay.
Yeah, don't forget. If you talking about Carver Hall, don't forget when Caesar used to dislike him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I'm the original Keylor Navas lover.
Stupid. Anyway, let's get into the big news. Apparently, your boy Lionel Messi,
my favorite fellow statesman.
Are you Argentine now too?
Yeah, all of a sudden, I guess.
Don't try to act like he's Basque. He's Italian.
You're already making up about people and their origins being from Brazil instead of Argentina, so we might as well just say I'm Argentinian too, right?
Okay,
from World of Wars might have just went to Brazil instead, in the past. But let's just do that then.
Okay, please put down that truly you're hiding.
I'm not drinking. I haven't drinking in a week.
See, you're trying to get me to say stuff, and I'm not going to fall for that trap. Apparently, your boy, fellow South American,
barely,
sent a recorded letter fax called a bureau fax to Barcelona FC, saying that he wants out. Now, off top, I mean, we haven't heard it from him. We haven't actually seen or heard, or there's nothing on his Instagram. But at this point, it's pretty clear that he has told Barcelona that he feels more out than in.
Interesting comments.
Yeah, there was some.
You didn't say that a couple months ago, but all right.
There were some. At this point, everybody in the media and like even former teammates are under the impression that Messi wants to leave Barcelona this summer, this transfer window. I'll say. You know how old Messi is?
33.
33. Turning 34 next June.
Miles on those legs.
Oh yeah. So I have a bunch of questions I want to pose, and some stuff just rock with your boy. Just be in tune with your boy. Don't go. You're emotional about Barcelona. You're a certified Barcelona hater. So I need you to rock with your boy, because you're going to have a lot of feelings and a lot of Messi hate, but just don't let that tangent hit you there. My first question, and I'm going to answer it too. Do you feel, this isn't actually, this question has to do more with like Messi as a player, not necessarily like this potential transfer move. This being something that's like said about him in general, even before this. At 33 years old, and all of his accomplishments, whatever, do you feel like it's necessary for Messi to prove himself in another league?
At 33? No, not really. In my opinion, I don't really think Messi necessarily has something to prove anymore. It's kind of like the ship kind of sailed on that in terms of club football. I think he has so much to prove international-wise. It's ridiculous. But that's not the discussion about this.
He's retiring from international football. That's over.
Sure he is. Club-wise, I don't think he has anything to prove. I mean, he won Champions League multiple times, been Player of the Year. It's been a while, but he's done it. So I don't think he has anything to prove. If anything, I think the discussion would have been after the treble year if he had left all three. Let's say all three disbanded. I'd have been like, well, he has something to show me here. That's interesting. I mean, I'd be very intrigued. But all right, well, that's why every time. That's why I think the Ronaldo respect you hear so much. Like people like, oh, he went to different leagues. But with Messi, I don't think he has necessarily anything to prove. If anything, I think his values drop. So I don't really think like in terms of like you're not paying for the same Messi you got before. Yes, he came off a great year, but you got to look at that time window.
We're gonna talk about the money. We're gonna talk about the money part in a little bit. I appreciate the passion, but I'm just take a breath, a little patience. You know what I'm saying? See, why you rolling your eyes, dog? Come on, dog. I'm trying to keep the show structured, man. Okay. You got some real greasy chapstick over there. Please go on YouTube. Caesar got some real. You putting straight Vaseline on or what?
I'm not answering that.
Caesar got that straight petroleum jelly. Oh.
That was the gutter life, dog. I lost my debit card. I can't buy chapstick right now. I'm suffering.
Just know how black I am. That I know that. I can tell, bro. Please go on YouTube and see Caesar putting up that damn petroleum. At least it's Vaseline though. It's not just straight petroleum.
No, it's not just this petroleum. It's actually the brand. Thank God. I paid 10 cents more for the brand name. I didn't get the Sam's Club random one.
It ain't great.
I didn't get Kroger petroleum jelly or none.
You didn't get Great Value petroleum jelly.
I didn't get Private Selection petroleum.
It do got an R next to the Vaseline over there and shit. Yeah. Anyway, so going back to the question, I agree with you. I don't think he has anything to prove anymore. And yeah, like you said, like that was always. I mean, I think I have something written down here about like his comparison to Ronaldo. That was usually the thing, like, oh, Ronaldo did it here, blah, blah, blah. But it's over for that. He's 33 years old. Like, he's done it all. He scored all the goals. He won all the trophies. Like, and like, he has like, I mean, the way I'm going to say it sounds weird, but he has like all the fans. Like, he has the maximum amount of fans he's going to get.
Oh,
like, he has so much support as a player from like the public. Like you don't like that in itself is an accomplishment. Like, there's hella good players out there, but like they don't have nowhere near the fans as Messi, obviously. Like even let's say somebody like Iniesta, or I mean, yeah, like even Iniesta, like Messi, what? Like there's no comparison. So yeah, like at 33 years old, nothing to prove. And like you mentioned, the treble year, that was 2005. That's 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He's 28. Yeah, you can move at 28. And
that'd have been nice. That'd have been really cool.
And if you move at 28, you better perform.
Yeah, 28, then it's like, okay, I guess you got to pay $500 million for this. This is quite the player.
Yeah, and if at 28 he goes to what you call it, EPL, and he's lackluster. Oh, we're gonna be like, see, but if he
can't even break Salah's numbers.
But if he goes now, it's like, what are you really expecting for somebody that's 33? Like even for me, like it's gonna be like, dog, he's 33 now, dude. Like
safety net wise, for criticism, him going now is like the best time because I'd be like, well, damn, man, he's 33, 34. Well, I wasn't expecting a 40 dub out of him or 50. Like, if anything, I mean. Like, if he scored anything even close to Ronaldo's league, 31 goals, I'm like, that's pretty good, damn good year. He did his thing. I wouldn't be like mad at him or nothing. I'd be like, what do you expect? It's a whole new league. He's literally never played a league in his damn life. Here he is doing it. All right, go ahead. Like, other people have come from systems like Portugal, England, Spain, Italy. He just literally, when he was young, went straight over there and was bred in this league and came up, and here he is now. So it's like to be expected. Adjustments happen, and he's older, so an adjustment at older age is even crazy too. It's like now it's not about like let's say the Man City thing. It's not about him being an asset to the team, not necessarily like here we are, clean up and revamp. He seems more like an asset now.
We're gonna see. Look what you're doing. You're getting ahead of yourself. We're gonna talk about it. I'm with you, dog. You gotta trust your boy. Can you see? Here you go. He put on Vaseline. That's why he said, please go on YouTube and watch it because he put on the sea. Got caught. No, trust me, we're gonna talk about all of it. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, at 28, you would have something to prove, but now it's like you're over. I mean, from footballing
Over the hill?
terms, huh?
You about to say over the hill?
Yeah, in footballing terms, 33 is older, dude. That's old.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, 33 is old in footballing terms.
It is. I think it's old in sports terms in general.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not cricket.
One who's undefeated? Father Time. I mean, Father Time's undefeated, and I mean, we talked about this so many times with him. The reason why it's his 33 to me is such a critical year because, you know, I don't. I mean, I don't know the guy, but I don't just looking at him and just seeing athletes over the year. I don't peg him as that guy of like a freak or like and working out and what he takes everything. I don't see him as that dude, you know. So I don't think that he's like spent time adjusting his body for longevity. You know, I think that his game has relied on really big fundamental things that those are the first things to go. You know, what he's relied on is usually the first things that go when you get older with age. Usually when age comes, the first thing goes is speed. Speed and athleticism is the first thing to go. So he doesn't have that game that anything else in his body that he can rely on really other than his dribbling to be where he is. So maybe who knows what he wants to do. I don't know. Maybe he wants to play till he's 40. Maybe he wants to do like Maradona did, play a lot longer. Maybe start moving to like a mid-roll or whatever. I don't know what he wants to do. We don't know. Even with this voice recording, we don't really know. You know, like, I mean, damn it. It would be incumbent on him to say something because you got people breaking down walls over there at Barcelona, barging in, going crazy. So at first I was thinking to myself, well, you know, like he hasn't said anything other than we know. We just hear about it. Everybody went with it. But now, and he hasn't posted anything. And I'm like, well, he doesn't have a responsibility to post anything, does he? He's just talking to the president. But then when you're seeing videos of you breaking down the walls, you got to say something now, dog. I mean, damn, they're damaging property. And if you care about it being your home, then you got to be like, hey, y'all, relax. I am leaving. Or say something, you know? So, yeah, I think that over the hill, I agree with you. I think that, you know, you're not buying Messi treble year, post-treble year Messi. You're getting Messi who relax. You're getting Messi who's, you know, 33 going on 34. So, you know, what is your investment? I don't think it's long-term. It's short-term.
See, you did it again. You did it again. You just can't help yourself. Now you're getting the straw part of your water bottle all greasy now. But no, over the hill, yeah. His game, I don't know if he started dropping back so deep because his players around him are so bad, or if like that's just like that expends less energy for him. He can still do his thing on the pitch, but like it'll be different.
I'll give in my opinion, personal opinion, I think it's expends less energy because I think that making runs on the wing is a lot more exhausting than dropping back and dribbling forward. I mean, when I get tired, I stop sitting. I usually just kind of come back more to try to get the ball. It's a lot easier for me to connect and push forward. I think that's what he's doing too. I literally think that's what his approach is personally. Also, and of course, not saying it's a non-factor that he has bad teammates.
Yeah,
that's a big factor too. I mean, damn it, they definitely influence. He's like, well, now I'm for real gonna do it. If he was doing it in the second half before back in the day, now he's like, I'm doing it for real now.
There's definitely a mixture of both.
Yeah, I don't got Iniesta and Xavi to give me this beautiful dimes anymore. I'm coming back and send them up myself. I'm over it.
Exactly. Okay, so although you tried to skip ahead, I had to stop you. The money aspect. Okay. This is like two parts, and it's like I don't even like. It's almost like I feel like it's just going to be like 5 hours, but let's just talk about this real fast. He's talking. I mean, apparently you're fake. Apparently, what. And also, it's just like we don't know if it's true or not. Like, we just don't know. We're going off of reports. I don't like to do that, but we'll do it for the sake of –
for the culture.
Yeah, for the rumors. Saying that his team and him want to leave for free because they had a clause in their contract that was, like, supposed to be – like he could leave for free in May or, like, in June. but like obviously the season got extended. So apparently the team's saying like, no, that deadline is passed, but his team is saying like, well, it's only passed because of COVID, but he wants to leave the team with no transfer fee.
Okay. I mean, if they both signed to that, my feeling is like, okay, you told me to be impartial. Do not like be emotional and be all messy. No.
Do whatever you want.
I got lectured before this all started about it. So I'm gonna honestly, really, and on my opinion, after I'm done talking, I'll do that. After, I mean, you were like that a couple weeks ago, but I didn't say nothing either. After, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm on his side. Like I'm on his side on this because two things. If they presented a contract and he signed that and he went, all right, cool, that's me, cool. If Messi's team made the contract, Barcelona reviewed it and said, we agree to this, boom, signed it, then you uphold it. But if the club thinks that, just like the Cavani situation, with the COVID-19 and everything that's going on and people trying to pressure Cavani to stay or re-sign for 2 months or whatever the hell, just because it's COVID and it's different or whatever, exactly. That's not Messi's fault COVID-19 happened. It's not his fault. He is a player, and actually, if anything, he did the most noble thing. He hung out. He hung around and stayed through the whole thing. What if he – imagine the land meteoric fall he would have done if he dipped in May. If he dipped in May, that would have been like end of the world. It would have been weird. It would have been wild. But he stuck out. Season restarted. He went and got thrashed up. Then he said, that's enough. I don't want to do this anymore, and walked. I respect that. I can respect that because the man has – this isn't somebody who came here for a year and was there for 6 months and, oh, God, this is too much. I'm out. He's been here for Lord knows how. He's been here since they were showing the cameras blurry and the jerseys were baggy 4 years ago. He's been here for a minute.
20 years.
He's been at this club for a long time. If anything, he can go whenever he can go. If the contract says he can go like this, he can go. When I hear the club saying, oh, well, you know, the deadline passing on this, then I start thinking to myself, here comes like, now you're treating him like he's a piece. He's not a human being. That's when I start to get that feeling of why I hate the term buying him, selling him, all this. That's when I start getting uncomfortable because I'm like, this is a human being at the end of the day. And during the pandemic, he stuck around through this and he's leaving. And there's been all these adjustments made for the whole league and everything going on, but you can't make an adjustment for him. That's not fair. I think that's unfair. Some people didn't even get to play. So I'm just on his side for this.
How do you do the hand up thing in here? Okay. There it is. I feel you. And actually, like, I feel what you're saying. And I'm not necessarily playing devil's advocate, but I do want to say the other side because I kind of feel this side too. Basically, I feel like there's two different perspectives. It's like the Messi perspective and the club perspective. But for me, kind of, they're intertwined. So Messi wanting to leave for free, I'm just like, damn, dog, I thought you loved the club, though. Because, like, at least they could get 100, you know what I mean? Like, Real Madrid got 100 for Ronaldo. At least, like, they could get something back for you, dude. Like, something. Like, I just feel like maybe you could talk to them and be like, look, don't be trying to have somebody pay out a $700 million buyout clause. Like, waive the buyout clause and, like, don't if somebody comes with, like, 200 mil, don't say that's not enough, you know? You can talk about that part. But for Messi to leave because Caesar, once again, his contract is up next season. His contract isn't up. So he wants to terminate his contract, which I'm down for, whatever. But and if he wants to go, I think they should let him go. I don't think they should just keep him there. But for him to be like, well, I'm saying like I want to go for free. I'm like, damn, dog, like, oh, like you ain't Rabiot. Like Rabiot, yeah, whatever. Like we was only gonna get 30 mil for you anyway. But like they can't get 100. They can't get 100 for you.
They made a contract that states that if he wants to leave in May, they don't have to. No one has to pay a release clause. That's their own damn fault being stupid. And it wouldn't surprise me because they've only done stupid things the last 8 years since this board's been there. They've only done dumb things. So they could possibly be mad at their own mistakes, and that sucks. You're salty, but you signed it. Sorry. Because imagine this situation. Imagine me and you are signed to some syndicate show, and we're absolutely over it. But in the contract, it states that when June comes around and Champions League is over, we get to walk to wherever we want after a certain amount of time being there. And they're like, no, well, that's not fair. If they want to pick up your contract, got to pay. Be like, no, dude, you signed the paper. That's my sentiment. But once again, we're all going on speculation. None of us have read the contract. We don't know what the deal is. If Messi, if he's just trying to force a leave to them drop, not only force a leave releasing him, but force a non-buyout just so he can walk out, that's not right. Now I'm like, now you're cheating people because, you set all this up and they put this fake ass $700 million tag on you for a reason because you're a valuable person, a valuable asset, and they're going to be paying you a X amount per year. So if all of a sudden they just got to like a club that's already in debt, mind you, got to just eat this bill for you? No, that's not right because at the same time, they're in debt and they continually put themselves in debt for the mindset they have of trying to help you win. Granted, they're not doing the right things. They're making the wrong moves, but they're spending money in order to hopefully Messi wins again and people come to the club. That's what I think they're doing. So it's like, why would they keep pumping themselves in debt just so they get nothing back in return? I mean, if that's the case, yes, just like Ronaldo, you should get some money back from him. Maybe he's a $200 million. I don't know how much these teams will pay for him because he has a hype train that's unreal. I don't know. Maybe what he brings might be the fans too. Who knows?
Well, we're going to talk about that after this. But from a legal aspect, I agree. I agree with you on the legal side. You signed the contract. You can't be being like, well, there ain't no pandemic clause. Yeah, dog. If it was he legally, I think he should be able to leave because that's what the contract states. I think from the club aspect, and because I can't blame the club and Bartomeu or whoever buys the players. I can't just blame them for their lack of success. I know that Messi has a lot of pull at that club. So, a lot of those decisions that are being made, I know they're running them by him too. He probably don't care about center backs and stuff like that. He don't know. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care about that.
This is what I want.
Yeah, but if I don't know what's up with the Griezmann thing. Maybe.
Sorry to interrupt you. You're 100% right. I mean, the biggest story ever is the time when Santos played Barcelona in that final, and Neymar played against them, and everybody in the Barcelona team was really impressed by him. They're like, "Oh, this is the guy. We need to keep him. You need to get him on this team now." All of a sudden, things start talking, and he was midway through. He signed a contract at the end of the season to leave to Barcelona. Obviously, it's a player having pull. It's a player who wants somebody. This happens all the time, and he's, I think, probably the most powerful player in the world in terms of his pull on a team. That's definitely him.
If Messi has been at that club, let's just say since the treble year, and he hasn't been paying attention to what's going on and trying to get the team to get certain players, then he's one of the wackest of all time. When you have that status, you got to be oh yeah, let's get that guy. Let's get that guy. This guy will fit. I'm already criticizing him for not them wanting to play with Luis Suarez every week. That's what's hampered them for real these past 3 seasons. So yeah, if I was thinking about this situation as it's the club's fault, and there's also that thing well, the club has let him down and they're not winning, and it's it's not him, it's the club. It's no, he's the club too.
He's part of it. He doesn't get to remove himself from it.
No, dude. Every time you got a big, every time you got a player that's bigger than the team / club, we're talking Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Messi, Ronaldo. I don't know who else. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
LeBron James.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
Okay.
They're gonna be talking to the person that signs the checks and say, "Hey, let's get that guy," or we need to get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
So if Messi hasn't been doing that, he's whacker than everybody. And if he has, the lack of success in Champions League for the club is on him too. So I don't think you should be trying to be leaving for free. You let down the club too, man. If you what you sad about?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, when you kind of think about it, it's like, I mean, damn, your contract ends next year. Like you're about the league. When's the Liga start? September 14th or something, right? Some pretty soon.
I mean, yes, dude. I don't know.
The league is starting up pretty soon. They're already back in training or whatever. They're like starting to warm up again. So, Liga already started. Things are kicking off already. So it's like, yeah, you want to go, but at the same time, like, as you know, Messi, it's been a weird year. COVID's over. So you're also going to be going kind of like when things already started. It's just weird right now in general. So it's almost like incumbent on you to just like maybe tell the coach, like, hey, I'm with you this year. Keep saying on the project, but make all the moves you want and just have me out there, playing. But just know that, like, this is my swan song and I'm out. Like, I mean, if he does have this love for the club so much, like, if he really does love this club so much more than his own people, then maybe what he should do is why don't you kind of give that to them like a goodbye year? People love that stuff. They'll make more than they ever made in years and stuff. I'm saying, just wait. God damn.
Caesar.
It'll just be big. No, I'm talking.
No.
So annoying. It'll just be beneficial, I think, for everybody in terms of financially and just like doing it. And then they can do some announcement. He'll do some decision like LeBron. Who knows? So I just think it's better maybe if he just waits it out.
Caesar, you act like I'm the enemy here. I'm doing this for us, okay? Why are you so combative, okay? I'm not doing it just to shut you up. I'm saying it's structured, sir. Anyway, yeah, I agree. The contract is up next year. If you're tired, homie, just wait a bit. Just come back in like December.
Like, I'm not playing Copa del Rey. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, just come back. Just take some time, dude. Like, just
you put the little dude in there. Puig. I'm not playing Copa del Rey, man. I'm not playing it.
Or just like, don't come back when the season starts. Just like have some more time. Players do that all the time.
Oh yeah, but especially like who's gonna tell him he can't do that?
Yeah,
it's a weird time period. He just got thrashed. He's been there 20 years. Who's gonna flex on his ass to come back? No. Pretend to have a knee injury. Just chill. Go to Ibiza, kick it a little bit. Ibiza, come back soon. It's all good.
And that's the thing. Like, you wouldn't even need to fake an injury. Like,
no.
Like, Messi's coming back in week 3. Like, start training week 2, come back week 4. Like, nobody's gonna blame you for that.
Yeah,
like,
we'll have him he'll be good to go match day 10. I don't care, whatever.
And that's probably better for him. You know what I mean? Like, y'all were just playing 3 games, 3 games a week. Like, you need a break, dude.
To be fair, I think Messi's shown that he's kind of a little bit impulsive too in terms of an emotional person about how he feels what's going on. I think he's very competitive.
Yeah, he's competitive.
He hates losing. I mean, we saw with the Argentine situation after they got, throttled. He's like, I'm done. I'm over it. I lost again. Every year I lose here, I retire. And then what happens?
Came back.
He takes a break. I think it was like 6 months. They might have played like 4 games without him. Then he came back. It was beautiful. Dog, you could do the same thing, Barcelona. Not saying retire, but just take a break, come back with your hair blonde again, whatever. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to change something up in life. We're all human. We need this in life. And I sympathize with him. Like, I sympathize for him. Like, he's been through a lot. It's been a long journey. I don't wish anybody to get killed off 8-2. That's rough. And like, if anything on that team, the only person that really was trying was kind of him. So it's like, I feel really bad because the only thing he could do is go YNW Messi the whole time. And he can't do that anymore, clearly, at 33. Because 28, he would have. But he can't do that no more. So, I think we're on the same point. Just like, your contract's up next year, dog. It's August already. It's about to be September. Just kick back. Maybe even something in the winter can go down. But just ease up a little bit. See how you feel. take a couple months off, come back, smell the air. Maybe it might be a little different when you come back. Tell him take that Suarez painting down. Take that down. We don't need that. He's washed up, Just start over again, You never know.
Okay, so this is another thing about the money. For another team, okay, and also we're going to get into the different teams that he could potentially go to. So I don't necessarily talk about
before you go, do not name any Argentinian league teams, please. I saw that. I don't even want to hear that. It's ridiculous.
Caesar, we're the media. Relax, okay? I don't want to talk about necessarily a team specifically, like what in this part. But my question is, at this point, this is 33-year-old formerly known as YNW Messi. Free YNW Melly, though.
Do not free him. Do not free him. We don't condone that on the show.
Well, we don't know. Still alleged. Innocent to proven guilty.
ACA.
At this point, 33-year-old Messi, is he basically pretty much just a money grab for a team? Or are you really looking at him to like actually improve your team? Or are you thinking like, oh, we're going to make millions off of him?
The only thing you're going to improve is your checkbook. I'm sorry. I think it's like, what is he going to get better at? What is he going to, I mean, it's not, God, I don't want to sound like a hater, but like, if anything, he presents a challenge when he comes in. Like, it's a challenge, dog. If I'm a perennial striker, I had a 25-year goal year, and they bring Messi, I'm like, damn, this is big, man. Like, I really got to learn how to play with one of the best in the world. Like, and I've been watching him play. I don't know, man. I don't want him to track back into the other side of the field and then it's just a lot, and I think that if anything, that's why, like, part of me saying, like, it would almost be, like, a little bit rough if he comes in right now. Like, damn, some people have been training. They just came off playing the tournaments a month ago. Messi just strolled to the door. That's not just anybody. That's somebody who not only is part of the team, but he commands a presence and he commands the ball. So that's a whole switch up. That's a whole switch up.
Going to take penalties?
Yeah, he's going to and he's going to take free kicks. So it's a lot going on. I think that, like, it sounds – you know what happens, man? We talk about this a lot. I think people get the FIFA mindset going on, like they're playing FIFA on the Xbox, and you think you can just plug and play people. But it's not. The biggest thing about sports and making teams is not necessarily getting the best players. It's about building team chemistry. Team chemistry is what brings success. One of the best examples is 2004 Lakers. They had, like, one of the greatest rosters ever, but they didn't have team chemistry. They didn't mesh well together. The Pistons were a team that meshed well. So you have to have a team that everybody can come together. Okay, a soccer example, the 2004 Galacticos. They had Beckham, everybody. They didn't win Champions League. You have to be able to mesh. And I think that Messi's somebody you have to structure a whole game around. You have to have a coach that's really – like, I guess a pep either has worked with him before or somebody just is able to just do it or he can fit in. And it's a tall order. It's a tall order that I would prefer Messi comes to my team in May and we're not going to play till August. That'd be great because I'd have all this time to work with him and he can go juke out the 14-year-old training players we have. We can just start building this, preseason games in Japan, whatever the hell. Not just, boom, come in, we're in league play, let's go. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And he deserves better, and the club deserves better for the other players, too. It's just a lot to ask for, I think.
But you're going to make a lot of money.
So, yeah, you kind of – you might want to have to sort of do it. Because he does bring in the racks.
Like any team, like the owners, the board, whoever, the coach, everybody, like, you got to go upstairs and be like, look, it might not work out, but if he's here for a season or two, like, we're going to make $1 billion, man.
He's a guy that you'd break FFP for. Like, I gotta do it. Like,
the
financial fair play. Oops. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
But you don't have to because he's coming for free.
Yeah, but Yeah, but I think also it works that if someone's wages are extremely high and you have to supplement team salary for it, I think so too.
FFP don't have to do with wages. It's all about transfers.
His wages are like bonkers, right?
Oh, I'm sure they're bonkers, but you're going to make it back tenfold. But like FFP is about transfer money.
Oh well, that's probably why he wants the waive that joint, so he just roll out because he knows Barcelona's gonna make that joint a headache.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, going back in that aspect, like that's why it's kind of like dog. Like, why don't y'all have a conversation so they can at least get 100? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, him going for free is not going to count against FFP. But the team itself, like, I can't imagine any team is looking at Messi necessarily thinking like, oh, we're going to be better because of him. Not necessarily. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily. Like, yeah, you could be, you might be, but it's not like right now you get Messi, your team is going to be like, you don't know how many points he's going to add. You know, like he might add 5 points in your league play if you're an EPL team potentially. But it doesn't mean that you're going to win Champions League. Like, any team that he goes to is a team that's trying to win Champions League. And having Messi does not mean you're going to win Champions League. I think we can both agree on that.
To a point, I think I can only think of like maybe one team that he would.
We're gonna get into the teams,
but I'm not gonna bring it up.
Yeah, you're damn right. But yeah, like it's just that juxtaposition. Like, yeah, like, oh, like he might, you know, I'm looking at all like it might not work out, but that board, them people that, you know, own stock in the team or whoever is going to be like, yeah, we might end up being fifth place, but we going to make $500 million.
But fifth place, we going to still make more than first, second, and third combined.
Yeah. and I wonder, like psychologically for him, I don't know how smart he is. I don't know I don't know nothing about the guy. But like, I wonder what it feels like to be like,
I'm a money grab.
Yeah, like, oh well, you know, they gotta know getting me ain't necessarily gonna make them better.
I don't think so. I don't think he thinks like that. To be honest with you, I think he did enough in this year to warrant himself thinking that he's still good enough to ball out anywhere. He's still the best in the world. I think he had a good enough statistical year to think that like he can still get it cracking when he wants. Now, the 8-2.
I mean, I think that he knows he's still good, and he is still good. I'm not trying to say he's not good, but I think that he's going to think that, and if he knows anything, he's going to think on the other side too, where like, well, damn, like it don't mean that I'm necessarily going to make them better, but every team knows, like you're not going to know if he's going to make your team that much better or not. You cannot know if he's making your team win Champions League. The thing that you know is that you're going to make hella money.
If Ronaldo is the most like marketable in terms of like advertising and social media money popularity athlete in the world, I think Messi's the most like true biggest fan, like most impactful fan base. I think like Ronaldo is like so marketable, poster, everybody knows him that doesn't even care about him. But I think more people are fans and care about Messi than Ronaldo. So what you're bringing over with Messi is, even if you minus out, let's say 10% that hate him because they're Barcelona fans, I mean maybe 4%, honestly, you're still getting this massive number of people that whatever team they go to, I'm not going to give the example because you're going to get mad at me. If he goes to a team, then that team is going to grow money that is going to have so much marketability money around the world, from Singapore to New York to everywhere. He's a megastar. I mean, these people come around once a generation. That's how Messi is. He's not every time we get this. There was a Michael Jordan before, and Messi. I think those are like that. Like, even though LeBron's very big and, you know, Kobe, I think that Messi's like with that like Michael Jordan worldwide famous kind of aspect.
Caesar, Messi first game at a new team might get the same viewership as a Champions League final.
It might. It honestly might. It definitely probably will, to be honest with you. I think that that'll probably be the most expensive match tickets of all time.
No matter who he playing, they could.
He should wait. He should wait and move when things open up, and then be like, "I want 10% cut of seats." I'm like, "Oh, thug move." He's a pay-per-view player now. He's a fighter.
If Messi went to Sweden, it's gonna get the same viewership as like a Europa League final.
Even if Messi went to China, it would break some records. We'd be shocked by it. We'd be like, "Holy Jesus!"
If Messi went to China, they're gonna get that Chinese league here.
Oh yeah, it'd be CBS All Access instant. I'd be like, "Wow!"
There's gonna be a bidding war. There's gonna be a bidding war.
I get to watch Talisca. Hey,
there's gonna be a bidding war to get Chinese Super La Liga.
Oh. It's gonna be like, yeah, so we decided we're gonna start playing games in China more now. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. So the man's a megastar, and I think that he has, like we said, I think he has the most like real human number fan base, the biggest in the world, easily. Like, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Okay. Here's another question.
Goodness.
Which one do I want to ask first? Okay. Let's talk about Messi. We gotta look. We didn't start the Ronaldo Messi comparison. We didn't start that. And to be fair, we don't really participate in it very much.
I hate it. No, I hate it.
We don't do it very often. Like, it's been a while since we really done all that, but that's the thing, is to compare Messi and Ronaldo. So obviously Ronaldo won the Champions League 3 seasons in a row, and he left to Juventus from Real Madrid fairly early in the transfer window.
Yes.
The question is, Big C's Abu Ghostface Souza, is it certified losery for Messi to leave after that 8-2 thrashing?
Also, repeat the question one more time.
Is it certified losery for now? Even though I didn't tell you not to do your thing, now do your thing. Even though I didn't tell you before, is it certifiably loseration for Messi to leave Barcelona after an 8-2 thrashing?
Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? Ronaldo left off a dub. He left off a bicycle kick and Piqué eating grass on the ground. He left off a dub nation, off a free-peat, homie. He did it off a free-peat. And he did. If Messi left after a treble, I'd be like, damn, that's a mic drop of the year. Holy Jesus. Not only did you blow stats out the water, your teammates had the best years ever, and you won the treble, and you walk off and go get $700 million to go play in Sri Lanka. Wow, you're incredible. But you're going to dip after 8-2? What happened to Moscow and Club? Damn, dog, I thought you were more than a club. I thought it was a lifestyle. I thought you guys were basically the national team for the Catalonians. If you got a citizenship, they got to be like, we need to revisit your citizenship status. Actually, we just got a letter in the mail about some possible date of birth issues. Then all of a sudden they snatch it. Because you can't – man, I would feel like, if anything, like in true competitive – like I said, I think he does have a sense of impulsive overreaction in him. And I think that –
nah, dog, don't be being nice. Get on his ass some more.
It stems from him losing all the goddamn time in international play. And then here he is in his club where that was always the place he and looked like he enjoyed being at the most. And now he's losing there all the goddamn time too. So instead of being like, you know what, this offseason I'm about to take all the steroids, get shredded and go hard and come back and ball out, he goes, I'm going to send this, I'm going to hit up the pager. I'm going to call him on the 3. I'm going to text him on the 2-way, and I'm going to go, I'm out. You don't even make a video, some dramatic, corny Griezmann video where it's like desert road. He just really said, I'm out, and you didn't even make a comment. You didn't even make a comment on Twitter. You didn't even keep it a stat. You just dipped. That's really sus. At least when LeBron left after the year, the lost year, at least he made an announcement. He just dipped. That's really whack. I think that's really whack. And
you think it damages?
he's so popular that he's always seen as like this, like for some strange reason in the Ronaldo Messi comparison thing, he's seen as like this like model of like what you should follow in terms of an athlete. When I've honestly always felt the opposite. I felt like my son was trying to play this sport, that wouldn't be the person I would want him to, idolize their game after. Maybe his skills, but not like how you want to, I guess, do your career track. I wouldn't do that because it's only shown. It's like almost like it's only shown that like during moments of adversity, you kind of like want to retire, or give up. Like when it gets rough, instead of you saying, instead of you either going out there and going, you know what, it's just I've done everything I can for 20 years and I think I just want to try something different. Cool, man. But it's losery for you to just dip off a voicemail message and then, and want to go for free and all that too. And, off of 8-2, if you left off a 1-0, but an 8-2, you got to get some redemption. You got to be like, I'm going to literally, every time I see a German team, I'm scoring 15 goals. Yeah. He's got to come back, and whatever that dude was on Roma, the first Bayern warm-up, just grab somebody by the neck immediately. Grab a neck. Then I'm like, oh, he's getting it. Let's go. If he sees Mueller, just grab him real quick. I'm like, damn, he's ready to go. He's only going to get a yellow anyways. You might as well just do it.
Do you think it damages his legacy? Okay, 2 questions. Do you think does it damage his legacy for you? And do you think it'll damage his legacy for the world?
I wish I could say yes, but I don't think it damages for me because my Messi legacy has been, unless it's 2015, then like it's just kind of it is what it is. I mean, stemming from that Copa America year and all the stuff that's going on, like he only seems to like now with time, he's proving everything that we've talked about since before we did the show about him. Like we've started to see that, like it's manifested slowly. It's like it's starting to become more apparent publicly, If it was something that we felt by looking at him and scouting him in a way, now you're starting to see it manifest because Father Time is coming up, and the things around him aren't perfect, so he's not shown as not perfect. And I think that it's not going to work because I think he has such a strong shield that like it's not really going to affect him that way. I think that people have a misconstrued legacy of Messi. I think Messi is arguably one of the greatest Barcelona players of all time. Absolutely. Arguably one of the best Argentinian players of all time. Absolutely. Yes, he's up there. He's up there on that Mount Rushmore for sure. But am I ever going to consider him the best? No, he never won the World Cup. Am I ever going to consider him? What am I going to think about him the years after two of the best players he ever really had? All of them left. After some of the best players he ever had, was it 5 of them? Neymar, Luis Suarez, Iniesta, Xavi, Puyol, all these guys left. Ronaldinho. The win stopped happening. What do you think I'm going to think? It looks like to me you're a great player, but you can only your greatness is only at a certain cap unless you have all these people around you. And then at the time where you got slaughtered the most, you dipped. That to me, I'm like, it just kind of falls in line. I mean, I like I said, we don't like to do the comparisons, but Ronaldo left on top. Ronaldo left on top at Man U. He won Champions League. Ronaldo left on top of Real Madrid and Champions League. Ronaldo's still Juve right now. He hasn't won Champions League. So it's like, I mean, damn, he's like 35 now, but still like, like he left on top. And I think it's different when it's losery to dip after an 8-2.
I want to say to what you just said about Messi having all them good players. Ronaldo, them 3 Champions Leagues, he ain't playing with no legends. Like, you're playing with good players. Like, I don't think Sergio Ramos is a legend.
He's a club legend.
Yeah, but Iniesta?
Yeah, Iniesta.
He has a legacy around him.
Oh, he's one of the greatest midfielders of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Xavi?
won the World Cup on the same team Sergio Ramos did too, though.
Yeah, but like Xavi, though? Iniesta?
I mean, I think Iniesta is way better than Xavi personally.
Well, yeah. But like, you're talking about legend. Like, you're comparing the midfield of them two.
You know what I compare? I compare Iniesta to Zidane.
But no. But what I'm saying,
like to the player Zidane, and Ronaldo didn't play with Zidane. Ronaldo didn't play with him.
Yeah,
so
Ronaldo,
you did have a legend with you. You
didn't. Ronaldo's midfield was Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro.
Yeah, and sometimes Isco Disco.
Good players, but they ain't legends.
No, they're not.
He's playing next to Benzema and like sometimes Lucas Vasquez.
Benzema can't sniff a start in France.
I mean, and back then Benzema wasn't scoring goals.
No, he
so
wasn't.
He's playing with good players, but not legends.
No, he's not. And yeah, go ahead.
So that even goes back more to I like how you said it. His legacy for you wasn't that serious after 2014-15. These dudes left, and yeah, they won the league sometimes, but like we're judging this dude by Champions League. You wasn't getting it. Real Madrid was getting it, and like Liverpool got it or something, and now Bayern. Dog, it's not really like is it as serious as it seemed to be?
Bam. This is what I want to answer me this question. The year Ronaldo left Real Madrid, is there any excuse on this planet, unless Mbappe or Neymar is on Real Madrid, that Barcelona with Messi should ever lose La Liga? No. It's honestly unacceptable that Real Madrid won La Liga. It honestly is. Real Madrid didn't go get Griezmann. They got Eden Hazard, who may have played 14 games for Real Madrid, maybe. I might be pushing numbers up. I might be boosting his numbers. He might have 4 goals, maybe.
Two
goals. He has the same amount of goals as Gareth Bale in 5 years. So the thing is like, what? Like you're to be honest with you, dog, you're not allowed to lose La Liga. You lost La Liga. Yeah. Juventus went out before you, okay, and they barely won the Italian league also, like a day at whatever. You go and you get throttled out of Champions League, and I'm watching PSG lose, 1-0? PSG lost 1-0, and you lost 8-2?
Caesar, even think about Lyon. Lyon only lost 3-0.
8-2. PSG had 2 midfielders left. They were bringing Choupo-Moting in the game regularly all the time. They benched Icardi, your countryman, and they lost 1-0. And you lost, and it was an aggregate. It was a single game elimination. You lost 8-2. So
scored one goal.
And it wasn't even you either. It wasn't even you, my guy. If anything, it'd be like, well, at least he did his thing. He didn't do his thing. So it's like, what goes on here? What are you telling me? You're telling me that you're a cash grab because, at this point, you're not telling me you're dominating it. Maybe you're over it. Maybe it's a mental aspect. Maybe if you go somewhere new and you go vegan, you'll be a whole different guy. Who knows? But I don't know that. So everything becomes up in the air with question marks. But what we know is what we've seen since the treble year, and what we've seen is a dip. We've seen a dip. I haven't seen him go up, Bam. His Instagram highlights maybe off the chain. He might have these beautiful stats, which I said on the show. He gets no goals against Sevilla, but then he goes and plays Eibar and he drops 4, and we're all thinking everything's great. Well, people like this show, me and Bam do, that's not gonna fly with us, dog. That's not gonna fly with us. I'm not gonna say you're back. The king is not back. I'm sorry.
Because we watch the games.
We watch the Eibars.
Yeah. So, do I think it's losery? Absolutely. And I don't even think the fact that he did this. Like, I don't even know if he understands what legacy is. Like, do you not get it? Like, this is not what you do, man. Like, you do not go off after 20 years at a club when you can still play. Like, you ain't on your last leg. Like, you can still ball. You don't leave on an 8-2. And it just looks so weak. It looks just like it's just – but I think he just doesn't understand legacy. Nobody's going to be mad if you – like, dog, the year that Real Madrid won that third Champions League, I'm pretty sure they got third in the league. Like, yeah. We're talking about Champions League. Like, you are one of the top 3 players in the world. we're going to measure you on the top competition. The top competition doesn't include Ibar, Real Betis,
Getafe.
Getafe, Villarreal. It doesn't, even if them teams are good, it doesn't include them.
No, it doesn't.
And it doesn't include Atletico. It doesn't even include Real Madrid unless you, like, it doesn't necessarily, because in the league it's different. In Champions League, it's a lot more intense. In Champions League, it's like, okay, every mistake matters, everything. You leaving after that loss when you're Lionel Messi, I think you don't understand legacy.
It's almost kind of childish to me, to be honest with you.
It's childish.
It just literally is the same thing what happened in Argentina. It's like, dog, really? Instead of you doing self-reflection, you decide to go, nah, I don't like this. I don't like the sandbox. I'm going different sandbox. That's weak to me. Like,
you know what? Caesar, I have I feel like I brought this up on the podcast before, but I remember one of the things Michael Irvin said on NFL Network when he was a rookie at the Cowboys. He said he went, like, they played a game or something, and they got their ass whooped. And he came and he went to the coach, and he was like, with a list of guys that got to go. He was like, I forgot how many people. Let's say he had 10 dudes. He's like, these guys got to go because they're not winners. Like, these dudes don't care about winning. They got to go. This is a rookie.
Yeah.
So if Messi ass couldn't, the past 5 years, go up to that office, he's had contract negotiations since then, and say, this is what we need to win, then, yeah, you really don't understand. You're like some little, like, I almost said something crazy. You're just like kicking the ball around at that point. And it's more serious than that.
It's I mean, with the rotation of coaches, every single year at Champions League, PK's eating grass on the ground. At some point, you got to go. If you have so much power, and then this is the result of it, that honestly even keeps speaking volumes to you. Because if you have all this pull and your team is falling apart, who am I going to start blaming? I'm not going to blame what the hell ever his name is. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. I'm not going to blame the president all the way because he's not on the field eating 8 goals.
No.
He's not on the field not scoring a goal.
No.
Not scoring a goal. You didn't score a goal, homie. You didn't score. Me and him got the same amount of goals in that game. So,
yeah,
if we're going to share a trophy case and a goal record against Bayern, then maybe you got to go, but somebody got to pay for your baby ass thing, because that's what it seems like to me. It just it's you know, to me, when you're an international star, I'm sorry, it's unfair, but people are going to idolize and follow your game. They're going to look at him, and when people start doing this whole Messi worship thing and all this stuff, the gift to me is like the perfect one. That like when he goes, "Is this your king?" Because that's the first thing I thought of. My initial reaction when I heard that he's leaving, I remember I was scrolling on Twitter. I'm like, that's lame as fuck. You gonna leave like this? You can't even go to the facility, wear the shirt, and run around a little bit and be like, you know what, man? F this place. You didn't even do that. You was at the crib, chilling with your kids, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to go back. That place sucks. That's what I feel like it was. I felt like it was like one of those like shoulder shrugs. I want to go back. That's what it felt like to me. And that sucks because you got these people kicking down barriers because they think it's this president's fault, which it definitely probably is, that the team is doing bad. But at the same time, my guy, you're on that field. On the field, that's your boys. Suarez is your dog. Your dog hasn't done nothing in 3 years. So whose fault is that? That's not the president. That's you. And if you're the guy that has the player pull, then this is your fault too. Sounds like both y'all got to go. I mean, it sounds like Barcelona should be like, we're shopping Messi. That's what it should like it have been, because we're trying to keep things going here. That's what it should have been, and I would have had a different reaction to it. But for you to send out a tweet or whatever, or a voice message or a Periscope video saying you want to dip, then that's like kind of weak to me, because I feel like all these people that ride so hard and attack and go crazy in comments, like you're kind of giving them the middle finger, like, and all this. And, if it's whack to me, but it's like at the same time on this show, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me.
We already talked about it, but there's got to be some level of him saying who he wants to play with. You're not going to convince me that anybody kept Luis Suarez on the field other than him. You're not going to convince me.
I'm not going to believe it.
You're not going to tell me that the 4 different coaches, I think, was like, no, Luis Suarez got to start. No, I think Messi said he got to play next to me.
No, yeah. No. I'm not going to believe that anybody other than Messi believes that he should have been out there. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Like, it's damn near 3 years since you talked about, you think they had, like, you thought he had, like, what was it?
Tendonitis in his hip.
That joint
3 years.
was so long ago.
I don't know if it was 3 years. It might not have been a full 3 years.
2.5, I guess.
Like 2.5. I feel like
It was right before a tournament that, remember, he got mad he didn't get to play in? And you were like, he should have took time off.
There was something.
Remember, he was like throwing the things. He wasn't even on a roster. He was going crazy. It was around that time.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been a friendly, or it might have been qualifier. So it definitely
right before then, might have been right before the 2018 qualifiers for the World Cup, because I remember that right before then he was like doing good. Then he had an injury, and we were like, man, he looks like he needs to actually for real rest, like take 5 months, 4 months off. But he just kept coming back after 2 weeks or 3 weeks and 2 weeks, and he just was literally that guy since then. Since then, he's been that shell body.
And he took some time off this season. He was injured for a while.
He was gone for a bit.
He came back. He looked the same. So that's when I was like, it's over for him.
Done. It's donezo.
Don't tell me about his stats. Don't tell me about the numbers. I watched the goddamn games. I watched the games, and it's cringe.
It's rough. I never forget the first Barcelona game I watched the year. I went, this is the worst soccer I've watched. And I was damn near like, where's MLS at? Because it started to feel like I'd rather see that. Because at this point, like when you're watching Barcelona this year, there's no way you watched it and turned up. There's no way, dude. It's rough. It's ugly. I've never in my life seen Griezmann playing far left wing. It's it makes so weird. It's just it was horrible.
Back past Barca. We said that long time.
Barca was horrific.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I think the whole episode is gonna be about Barcelona and Messi today.
Goodness.
F it. Here we go. Okay, Caesar. Just once again, there's so much to talk about, and just rock with your boy. Stay in my lane. Just hop in the passenger seat. Because I got another question later. We gonna go in. But here's one. What's the future for Barcelona with, it seems like, let's just assume Messi's leaving. It seems like Luis Suarez is leaving. Maybe Rakitic, or I think Umtiti might leave as well. They don't really matter. But let's just kind of focus on like Messi and Luis Suarez. I think they're both pretty much out the door. Well, let's just assume that. What's the future for Barcelona? Does it look good? Look bad? What do you think?
I think it all depends on how he leaves.
Who?
Messi.
Like, what do you mean how?
Like, if it's a fee transfer or a free transfer, if he gets paid.
Well,
I don't know how it's going to be.
Let's just say it's for free. Let's just say at least for free.
I think regardless, it's good for them in a way where, they're going to have a new presidency coming or whatever. They're going to be able to I think they're going to it depends on the approach they take, And if it's the approach they're taking now, I think it's going to be rough. It's going to be bad. It's going to be rough. But if they have the approach of like them, like not really, I don't think they've done a good job investing in players for the future. It seems like to me they've invested in players for now for Messi. If you look at Real Madrid, for example, there's a team right across.
Well,
they have a bunch of 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds. So even if that you have something to look forward towards, not saying that anybody on there is going to be Messi, you just have young talent. When I look at Barcelona, I don't really see that out there.
well,
I don't really see people that that maybe Ansu Fati, I guess, but like you don't really go like, man, go ahead.
but they got Frankie De Jong, they got Junior Firpo. He's kind of whack, but they got Nelson Semedo.
Fullback.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they got Ousmane Dembele.
I mean, I guess they have him. I don't really know what's going on with him. That's rough.
But that's like 3 or 4 players.
I'm gonna keep it so real with you. If Messi goes, I'm excited to watch Barcelona. I'm excited.
Me too.
Now you got me. I don't know how much you lost, but trust me, I'm gonna be watching. I'll be a little hyped. To me, it's fun and exciting seeing the team. Who knows who they're gonna sign and who knows what's gonna happen. It'd be cool to see what's going on. I want to see someone else rocking a 10. That'd be dope. I want to maybe make it a fullback. I want to see a fullback.
You going too far.
Fullback. Maybe they should just be like, look, we don't got money this year. We're just gonna get squared. Man, square go to start balling out. Let's go.
They're not giving some.
It'd be fun. Who gets the 10? I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
They're not giving nobody the 10 next season.
Give them the 10, dog. Give it to the goalie. I don't care. Have some fun. Turn up. They should just turn up one time. But no, it would be exciting for me to watch because I don't know what's going to come out. It would have been better if they just took the approach instead of getting the coach after 3 hours of firing their other coach. If they had just waited a little bit, ran with some backup coach and waited to see what happened to Messi, then they could have just really been fresh. Like, look, man, we're going to start over. We're going to get a young coach. We're just going to get it all going. We're going to get Xavi over here from Saudi Arabia, who all he does is ride. And then we're just going to get going here. We're going to see what we can do.
Well, now, I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, we criticized the Koeman hiring like 2 days, the same day as Quique Setién firing. But there are reports. I don't know if they're true or not. I really hate this game.
I hate reports, please.
I hate it.
Who's a source? Myself.
Like, honestly, like me as a person, you know me. I like the details. Don't exaggerate. Don't be I need to know. Like, are you telling me the real?
I don't like capping.
I don't like no exaggeration. Is that the real thing? The exact words? Don't play with me. Apparently, Messi and Koeman talked, and the reports are saying that Koeman told Messi that your privileges, now this is the quote, your privileges here are over. And then that's when Messi was like, I want out.
Damn. You know what, dog? If this is real, Messi's really whack.
Well, but okay, now.
No, I'm saying like if that was told to him, it's gotta be we throwing hands or something.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of on the low that's a fade. But if that's what's told to him, gangster, cool, time to move on, restart. That's a coach you want to have because that's a coach that wants to rebuild after he's gone. I'm saying like if your privileges are gone and Messi dips, then you at least want to have a coach that wants to start over. I don't want some coach being like, no, we please come back.
Okay, but Cesar, there's 2 aspects to this. And we don't really know which is more important, but I honestly think the money's more important. If you're Kingsley Coman, Ronald,
he's talking about the coach of Barcelona, not Kingsley Coman.
Like, honestly, like you might want to be tough and like, look, I'm establishing myself, but that's not how you talk to Messi. Honestly, I'm completely against that. That is not how you talk to Messi. Like, he's bigger than the club. Like, you're not going to talk to him like that. You might be like,
for not for no damn 20 years he put in.
Yeah. Like, you might want to say like, look, we need to rebuild in a way, like we need to figure some stuff out, but you're not going to be like, your privileges here are over.
No.
Because also, dog, if Messi leaves, that's so much money leaving. You're going to make money off of him still, but that's so much money. Like, you don't want to be putting your club – the players are already taking pay cuts from COVID. You don't want to be putting your club in more financial situation because you're trying to be tough. I would be upset if I was the board dudes. I'd be like, why the hell are you talking to him like that? Like, are you kidding me? Like, we are like our Barcelona exists the way it does today because of him.
The thing is, I mean, don't never forget that some of the stuff that was coming out back in the Iniesta days and all this about this board.
Yeah.
I don't really know how these dudes roll. I mean, from what I've heard, they don't roll very good. Like, they're not very dope. They're not good. They're not like that. It seems to be they're like book number dudes or something like that, or I don't know what they are. But they don't seem to be that kind of guy, unfortunately. And I definitely stand in line with what you're saying, because nobody who been in it putting blood, sweat, and tears for 20 years and throw up and everything, 20 years at the club, been there for multiple generations of players coming out the door, from the Ronaldinho era to the treble era to whatever MSN, right? MSNBC era to what we have now, 8-2 era, all of this, 82, shout out Tim Brown. All this going on. We're here. We're here.
81, by the way. I met him one time.
I'm sure that's exciting. Did he also wear forearm sleeves? Like, did he have sweatbands here too? Did he wear a sweatband here and a sweatband here? I hated that. Hate that. But I used to wear it when Lamar Odom did. So if that's how you treat somebody that's been there for 20 years, that's not cool, man, because you ain't been here. You wasn't here to talk to him like that. And if I'm messing, like, dog, 15 coaches have walked through this door. Homie, you're just a number. That's what I tell Messi. I've been here longer than there's been coaches in this damn team. So I don't know why you got to flex on me like this. If anything, it should be, I would have respected it more, but look, man, I want you to be here. This is the project I have laid out. Now, part of the project is not you having a say-so in calling players or signing players. I want you to be part of this team, but it's in a different role than what you had in the past. That's a discussion, fine, but you don't get to say, hey, man, I'm here. Your privileges is getting revoked. You don't get to do that to Messi. You don't get to do that.
Like, dog, when I read that, I was like,
it's a fade on sight. It's a fade on sight.
Dog, when I read that, I just remember, like, I just went back in my mind. I remember one game, Felipe Luis, like, just completely, like, stepped on Messi's thigh, just, like, stepped on it, just, like, his whole foot on the whole meat part of his quad, and got a red card. And I'm just like, and Messi just, he went on the ground for a while, he was hurt, and he got right back up and they won the game. I'm like, dog, like, don't talk to the dude like that. Like, yeah, like, we're blaming Messi on some level, but at the same time, like, he's on the pitch and, like, it's not his fault all the way. Either way, Ronald Koeman, you weren't there. And if you were, and if you're watching like us, and maybe you know some stuff in the back rooms, I don't know, like, you're not going to be like, your privileges here are over. Like, no, he's still the best player on the team. Like, you can still build around him. He's the only good player you got, really.
The approach isn't you. If the approach needs to be, you're the best player on the team. I have ideas on how we can make things better around you. But it involves you making some adjustments, for sure. Or we have to make some changes around here in terms of management, all this stuff. We're going to make some changes. We're going to sign a guy that's going to take care of everything. I'm going to make the load easy for you. Just come out in the field, ball out. I'm going to set this team up. Let the player management handle this dude who I just hired, or let me take care of that. Let me make less off you. Time is taken. Let's just let you focus on this game. That's the discussion you're going to have. If you are here talking about your privilege has been revoked, goddamn, like that's like, I don't want this process isn't mean, and it's not supposed to be mean. At the same time, also, the reason we say what we say about Messi is because, and it's like he has the freedom to approach this whole process properly. And I think that he took the wrong road in handling this. That's my issue.
Yeah.
If there's one way to handle your legacy and the legacy of the club, you picked the wrong path. That's why I'm upset, because he's one of few people in history when it comes to, at the very end, he had a choice on how to do it. A lot of people, they get cut, they get released. Some young dude comes. There was never a young guy there that we're like, damn, it's about time he starts. It's getting too much. It wasn't 8-2, and then Messi come out the game and some Kubo comes in and starts dropping 3 goals, and I go, about time to get the Japanese homie in. Let's go. It's a new era. That's not what happened. He's got to control all that. I'm sure if there was even a lefty they dreamed about getting, he went, hell no. That fool better not walk through this door, or this place is getting burned down. Who knows?
He said, we're only getting lefties that can't dribble.
The only lefty gonna be that can dribble is gonna be me. That's what he said. So, regardless of that, I think you picked the wrong path out, and at the same time, you don't get to disrespect him like that, though. You're not the club president. You're not that. You're a guy who just got hired and you're weak on the job. It don't work like that. Yeah, you may have played for the club back in the day, but you don't get to do that, man. I think that's the wrong way to do it.
Maybe it was kind of racist.
It might have been, but I mean, never mind.
But so the future for Barcelona, I think that Barcelona, as far as playing on the field, they can still be good. Like it might take some time. It took Real Madrid some time to adjust.
Man,
Ronaldo, and it's still figuring itself out to some degree.
There's an adjustment period, but what's the excitement me and you have? Things happen where hopefully they have good management that hire players. They might pick up another Vinicius Jr. type player. Who knows? Maybe Malcolm comes back out of Russia and he's balling out. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? Malcolm X might come back. He can dribble a little bit.
Caesar, you know who need to go? You know who need to go? If Messi leave, you know who need to show right up?
Mo Salah?
Caesar, you know.
Who?
Who need to come back?
Who needs to come back?
Neymar.
Oh, yeah. He would be a megastar. Holy Jesus. That would be the best move of his entire career. He's 28 right now? Oh, homie, you got to go. You're 28? And you just took an L in the final? It's time to come on back home. Oh, man. If they leave and they're angry and they start burning Messi jerseys and stuff, let's say they do that like they did LeBron, and then transfer news, Neymar comes in for 200 or whatever million, I'd be like, holy Jesus, this is his dad is now the greatest agent of all time, isn't he? He's a genius.
I heard that almost.
Hey, I saved the show, though. I didn't do it. So CBS, I didn't do it.
But honestly, so that kind of goes back to the transfer fee thing. It's like, dog, like they can't be like,
you want some money. You want them to get some money so Neymar come back. That'd be so turnt because he would do whatever he wanted. Oh, it'd be so much fun. That'd be exciting to watch. I'd actually have a great time watching those games. Ooh, maybe bring the headband back.
Ooh, that Joe ass was trying to do the other day. Okay. I want to say this really quick before we talk about the different teams. I thought about this too, and this has come up a few times since we've been talking. Like,
please,
this is like we understand he did a fake retirement before. I'm gonna be really mad if he's Brett Favre-ing this.
He might be Brett Favre. It feels a little Brett Favre.
It do feel a little Brett Favre to me too.
If I don't see it on your IG, it's feeling Brett Favre.
Yeah, like it's feeling like Kobe all them years.
But it pissed me off. When Brett Favre did it, I got pissed off when Brett Favre did that. It made me angry.
Caesar, you remember every season for a while, Kobe was saying he was going to go to the Knicks. Like, it was annoying. Like
I don't like it. When he did it, and, like, it was like the swan song, and he came back again, I'm like, why do they act like this is cute? I hate it. Get out of here. If it was the second time Brett did it, and he walked back, I'd have been like, no, Brett, turn around. You and those Wrangler jeans, go somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a very random thing. I'm gonna say it because this show's been on for an hour and a half. I get to say what I want now. So listen, I'm gonna say this. I was watching an old episode. Listen, I get to say it. An old episode of Big Brother, and they had a quiz show. Listen. They had a quiz show, and these guys don't know what's going on outside. So one of the quiz questions was, Is this real or fake news? They were doing it back then. And it was like Brett Favre's playing for the Jets. And the guy goes up there and he goes, "No, man, he's a Packer for life. I've been in here for 60 days. There's no way he left the Jets." And he left. They were like, "Oh, what?" I was like, that's so funny. Like, oh, my God, that's the best thing ever. So random. Now, they got to do one for Messi now, but go ahead.
That's hilarious.
Brett Favre-ing Us. I'll hate him more, and it's hard to do that. I'll really not like him. It'll be bad. I'll be like, can we just erase talking about him? Like, I might mute him on Twitter. There's 3 other athletes that are muted on Twitter. He might get muted.
Yeah, it'll be really whack if this if he ends up staying. Like, And if he ends up staying and never addresses it, like, because at this point we actually don't know if he really said it or not, like for real, for real, for real. So if he comes back and he never says like, yeah, I said it, but I take it back, like it'll be annoying.
He had to have said it because it's turned into a damn firestorm. You can't let a fire. You can't sleep on that. You can't go to bed after all this happened. You can't see the video of them breaking the gates down, but like, I'll dress at 9 a.m. tomorrow. You can't do that, homie. You got to be like, y'all got to relax. I'm not going nowhere. Make it an IG black picture with just words. Just write Moscow and Club. Like, damn, all right, well, I guess he's staying.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen in the 2 weeks.
I swear to God, damn, if he does it, he's so dead to me. He's so dead to me. I'm gonna say stuff off air, but go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about the different teams that he's being linked with. Let's just get into the biggest one that he's being linked with, like the one that seems the most plausible, I guess. Manchester City. What do you think about that move?
It's his best option.
Really?
I think it's his best fit. I think that's the side of the field where, you know, I think about Sterling, like Sterling's not over there. You know, Sané is gone. I feel like Bernardino is someone that can move, and Mahrez is either going to go or be a bench player or whatever. I mean, you're not going to rely on him. So, and if there's one person I think that in this I guess world of soccer who can either make or just good at just implementing something or Messi can blend into, it's that style of the play. And also with that coach, I think that's the best combination for him for, you know, a transition. I think that's the easiest, best transition for him is Man City. And they got endless money apparently. So I think that's the best option for him to go to. That's the only club I could think of where I'm like, yeah, it could realistically be the best one where you could, I guess, improve a team if he goes there.
Do you think KDB got to leave if Messi goes there?
No, because only no.
You gotta make some room though.
The only reason I say no is because KDB is a little more central.
But he likes the ball though. And Caesar, Messi is central too. He's not a right wing dude. Let's be real.
I know. And but is he not a right wing dude because his team is oof?
No, he's not going to play like that ever again.
I don't know what he's going to do.
No, he's not going to.
EPO, he might switch it up on us.
He's good.
Yeah, like I think that's if KDB got to go, KDB got to go. Because KDB ain't bringing a new fans to the game. Let's keep it real. This dude's not marketable. The other day, I just realized he had facial hair. I was like, what the hell? That's shocking. I didn't see he had facial hair. Hey, it's just, you know what I'm saying? He has no quotes. You know, I'm done. Like, and his name is like you said, he has the last name of a black person. So being their first name, you gotta go. Messi, Messi comes on town. Man, what is the ownership group with him? It's some Qatar person too, right? Or some Saudi ownership group, right? It's like I think they're like 60 or 75% Man City. UAE, and money ain't a thing. Like, you know, it's all good. I think for Messi, you can. I don't think for really very many people in the world, I would really give up moving off KDB off my team for really. Like, I really want to keep that player. KDB's a sensational player. What he doesn't have in speed, damn man can kick a ball. Jesus Christ, he can kick a ball hard, any foot, and he can pass extremely well. So you don't want to give some up with that, especially at his age. But for Messi, you might have to.
Well, I just want to say, speaking on behalf of Kevin De Bruyne, there's a really good Belgian show called Undercover. Oh, it's so good.
You get to do that, so I get to bring up Big Brother talking about.
Yeah, you already brought up We'll go. You already brought up Big Brother.
I did. I've been binge watching on CBS All Access. Go ahead.
Caesar, you would love that show, Undercover. It's so good.
I'm knee deep right now. It'll be a while, but I'm down.
But it's a Belgian show. It's on Netflix, and I just looked it up again. And apparently, the season 2 coming out in a couple weeks. So good.
Is it called Undercover?
It's called Undercover. It's about like some like cops that are going undercover to take down like a drug operation. Apparently, it's based on a true story. But the only thing the thing that's cool is that it's in Belgium, and you know, like people speak Dutch, and then some people speak French, but it's like in Europe too. So like the language for like just talking to people is English. Like they're just like talking English to people. That's like if somebody's Polish, they'll speak English.
That's dope.
and and then there's a part where they're like, oh, he's like, oh, like we're gonna meet with this Spanish guy, and they're trying to set somebody up. And the dude's like, well, I speak Spanish, so I can be the one that talks to him. And then like this random dude speaks Spanish too. They're like, damn it.
They're flexing all languages on there. I can get down with that. I can get down with that, honestly.
He's like, oh yeah, I lived in Malaga for 5 years. Like
what the hell?
I'm like, I love this. But anyway, City, I think that, yeah, that'd be a good fit. It's one that everybody's kind of looking at. I don't know if it'll work necessarily. Well, if it's a free transfer, then yeah. But I do think that they're gonna have to sell they're gonna have to sell somebody
Some wage.
that they can get upwards of 100 million for. I think at this point that's basically KDB or Raheem Sterling. I don't think that you want to necessarily sell Raheem Sterling.
No, that'd be stupid. Especially since he's on this side of the field. That'd be a nice addition.
Yeah, and I think he's like bought into what Pep is selling really hard. He's also not African, so Pep can like him, according to Yaya Toure. But KDB, I could see playing at Barcelona.
And also, you don't want to get rid of Sterling because he's an English player.
He's an English player
That's
too.
a lot too. That's important.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting.
Going to be considered like a different, whatever.
It's interesting too because you look at Kun Aguero being there, and I guess apparently him and Messi are friends.
No, I mean they're. I think they're definitely best friends.
Well, I don't think Messi actually has friends, but
Oh my god. Okay.
If it weren't for this Messi thing, I would have been thinking that Kun Aguero's on his way out, because he hasn't really played a whole lot of games the past few seasons. He scores goals, he plays well, but he's getting injured a lot, kind of. Not that Gabriel Jesus can necessarily replace him, but you know,
Kun's a baller. I like him a lot.
He's still a baller. He's just been getting kind of injured a lot, and like Pep doesn't seem to be like relying on him that much. He played Phil Foden as a false nine instead of Kun Aguero, who I don't think was injured.
He was injured.
He was injured when?
He's been injured I think he got injured during the break, during the time they're off.
Or maybe he got injured like during like the EPL comeback part.
Yeah, he was injured. He didn't come back from the games. He was hurt.
What the hell? So yeah, I think that could fit. Anyway,
He might have some serious COVID. Man, like I'm not going around there. I got COVID's wild out here.
well, you know what? Kun Aguero did speak about that, talking about like not necessarily wanting to come back because of COVID. I don't know if that was the thing, but
Apparently, he was like quarantined a lot, and just like he said, he's just playing video games. He just stayed at home a lot.
well, he's a nerd.
I got so fat.
He's a nerd. He has Hobbit on his like language on his arm.
Love it. That's gangster.
That's next level lore dive.
Yeah, I can't go all out like that. I don't have a Star Wars tattoo yet.
Messi is. I've seen Messi in every single jersey. Don't play with me. He's also linked to Manchester United. What do you think about that?
No, I think that'd be horrific.
Why?
I don't think he'd be good over there.
Why not?
I don't think they're a very good team.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that great, but like Messi. I mean,
it'd be a big money grab, but I think he'd have the most success, like in winning wise, would be Man City. I don't think he'd do that good at Man U. I think it'd be rough.
Well, also Man U's not.
You're gonna get stressed out about 8-2 losses. I don't think Man U's the home spot I want to roll to.
Well, Man U is in Champions League next season. The only player that's playing like a left-footed player that's playing on the right is Mason Greenwood.
I thought he just played in the middle.
He's a lefty.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh. You're taking Mason Greenwood. I'm sorry.
I mean, you got Pogba there. You got some other good players.
Martial playing a good center forward this year. You couple goals.
You got Rashford.
Rashy, okay, yeah. Apparently, according to FIFA, he's an up-and-coming player. I'm like, damn, he's been playing Premier League like 6 years. He got the up-and-coming player slot with Alphonso Davies. I'm like, he's been there like 9 years, homie. But all right, I guess he's an up-and-comer.
Like, he has an 80s haircut. He's like 29.
He's the worst haircuts of all time. I'm like, damn, he's getting Lingard treatment. Lingard's like 34.
I mean, I don't think Man U would be bad. Like, obviously, Man U is not as good as Man City. But
I mean, it'd be massive. Like, publicity-wise, it'd be massive. But
it'll be
a massive club.
It'll be weird to see him in those colors, though. It's just like
they really I'm sorry, I just can't get down with. I just do not like Man U and Adidas. I don't like this collab. It's just ugly to me. I'm sorry. It's rough.
Here you go. Okay, they're also talking about potentially, of course, PSG.
Oh no.
Reunite with Neymar.
No.
Dog, Neymar, Mbappe.
Messi would be like, why on earth did I come to this league where these defenders be running hard as hell at your boy? Why would I do this to myself?
Dog.
You're going to go to France and be like, this is rough. I should not have came here. These motherfuckers ball out here.
Okay, you chill.
Oh, damn. You got me on for 2 hours, man. This is torture. It's dark already.
Yeah, first of all, we've done many 2-hour episodes. Can you chill?
It's 7:30. Damn.
What's the name? Neymar, Mbappe up top, Messi.
They cannot afford that. That'd be bonkers.
I know. I was like, yeah, you got to sell
Somebody
it.
got to go.
Yeah, one of them.
Neymar, Messi straight swap. Ooh, now we're talking. Maybe they can just play Messi as like in that little 4-2-4. Just put Messi up there with Mbappe up top. Run around up there.
Dog, when Neymar's in there, Neymar drops back. He like plays a cam. Like they could
Put Messi at Cam. Have fun.
Yeah, just Messi will just do what Neymar does. It'll be amazing.
On the other side of the field, though.
I mean, but yeah,
I'm not like that more. He'd be like, oh, cool. I'm just over here. Just over here getting it on this side of the field over here. Icardi gets sent out.
I mean, Icardi got to go.
We're going to send you Neymar and Icardi for Messi. Sure, we'll take Neymar. You can keep Icardi.
I mean, okay, dog. A straight swap for Neymar and Icardi for Messi, that's not bad for Barca.
That's pretty good, you know.
People think that Icardi's good. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean.
I wouldn't mind him playing some random games for Barcelona, you know, getting random goals in.
That'll be hilarious to see Icardi go starting for Barcelona.
I'd be like, damn, you want to talk about falling upwards? It must be nice. The privileges are nice. Meanwhile, my boy M. Nike can't even get played past Turkey. And this dude, Icardi, M. Nike's way better than Icardi. He over here failing forward as Icardi. He fails into better positions.
Dog, you know what could happen? Barcelona could get Adama Traore back and then do a straight swap for Neymar and Icardi.
I'm telling you right now, Bam, if they picked up Neymar and then they picked up Lacazette, Barcelona would be the most exciting team to watch. And in the next year, I'd have a blast. And I'd definitely get a Lacazette Barcelona jersey just for the hell of it.
And you know that like Lacazette is black enough where Neymar is going to love him.
Oh, they're going to literally have a blast. It'd be so cute. They're going to be doing a little –
They're going to be doing dances together?
I'm going to get on FIFA and make it happen myself. I don't give a damn. I'm selling Messi on FIFA tonight.
Okay. I mean, so the PSG is better than Man U.
I think it's less plausible unless we do the straight swap.
But like, yeah, with the straight swap, I mean.
Yeah, with the straight swap, I'm with it. That's a gangster trade.
But City is best.
Yeah, so in a first round draft pick.
Stupid. Okay, I've also seen this. Messi to Juve. I've seen a picture that somebody photoshopped with Messi and Ronaldo in Juve jerseys hugging each other, walking together. I've seen it. You ain't seen it? Okay, just stay on mute then.
That's the stupidest thing ever. But if it happened, that'd be one of the funniest years ever. I'd be so down to watch Ronaldo yell at Messi for not running. That'd be the greatest thing ever.
Or not passing him the ball.
I want to see Ronaldo yelling at Messi like Keane did at Zardes. That'd be the best video of all time. Like the ball comes out and Ronaldo's still screaming, doing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why on earth you think they'd be gifting this swan song to Juventus. They could barely afford anybody else. They're gonna start affording this Messi wages. They got to sell half the team and part of Italy just to retain him. But yeah, man, if you're gonna give me the Photoshop as the source, I'm down. The Photoshop Messi on Juve jerseys, let's go ahead and get it. Juventus would automatically be the most popular club in the world. It'd be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it'd be insane.
I'm like, damn. I'd definitely be like, y'all got to start talking about where this money coming from. Because this is getting weird. You're going to for Ronaldo and Messi? Jesus. This isn't even like them playing at 40. Oh, my God. My camera just had – Jesus. camera just had all the Vicodin. It wasn't even like that. It's not even like you're getting Messi and Ronaldo at like 38 and 40 at like, Orlando FC. You're getting them still post 30 goal years for each. Damn, all right.
Seriously.
Look it out. I could have more seen like them doing that in Man U or something, because but that Juve, I'm like, that's a lot of money for Juve to handle. They're kind of country not doing so hot for that.
Okay, last but not least, Messi, Lionel, going back, although the back is a long time ago.
I'm not doing this.
Back to Argentina.
If that happens, I'll literally get a leg tat right now. I'll get a thigh tattoo.
Thigh?
I'll get a thigh tat that has WMI on it if that happens.
You might go to Newell's Old Boy. You never
We
know.
ain't going to damn Newell's Old Boys. They don't have enough money for running warm water over there. They're not gonna get Messi, okay? They don't have nothing. Did you have a jersey sponsor? Was it Home Depot? They're not getting Messi running around in Home Depot in the front of the shirt or DirecTV Internacional. They're not getting that, okay? It better be Huawei or bust, okay? And they're not getting him. If anything, he's going to go to a trader like Boca Juniors, because he would do that. He would definitely do something like that. He would. He'd be the kind of guy to go back to Barcelona, Argentina, and play for Boca Juniors like a trader.
He better not go to. He won't go to River Plate.
If he's gonna go, he got to come out with a diss like Neymar did about Newell's. Just make up some beef like, nah, homie, they did this, or my sister or whatever, blah blah. I'm not going back there. And then and then go.
Do Neymar?
Messi should be at Goon and go play in Brazil. That'd be fun.
Does Messi have siblings?
I don't know.
He has a brother.
Messi should go play for Flamengo. That'd be dope.
Here you go. Yeah, I mean, as far as Juve, I can't really see it.
No, I can't at all. That's like the least. Like that's like a 2% probability.
Yeah, him going back to Argentina. Like, I don't think that he wants to like. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, dog, do you want to leave Barcelona and go to Manchester?
I'm not going to do that. I would think it's more likely for Messi to go to China than Argentina, dog.
Well, no, I'm saying like, does Messi want to leave Barcelona and go to Manchester? Like, when I'm thinking about the place I can see him most is Paris.
Really, I think that city.
I mean, I'm talking about like outside of like the team. I'm talking about like the place, like moving from Barcelona. Like, I could see him going to Paris. Like, it's not so different. You know what I mean? Like, but him moving to Manchester, it's like, damn, dog. Like, you're gonna end up.
I think Paris is too young and hip for him.
No, I'm talking about the city. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the vibe is like that too.
No. I mean, the vibe is going to be similar to Barcelona, like much more than a Manchester. Di Maria was depressed up there. His wife got robbed. He was depressed and shit. Like, he hated Manchester. Like,
yeah. But Messi's not Di Maria. He's like a god.
No, I know, but like you got to think of that factor too. You've been living in Barcelona since you was 13. Like, do you really want a change of scenery that's like so stark, like such a big difference? That's a factor for players too. You know what I mean? Like, he might be like, damn, dude, like, yeah, I would love to go there, but like,
it all depends on how much fire he has in him, to be honest.
And that's the big question, because you just lost 8-2. How much fire you got?
Yeah, really.
You wanna name the episode "Understand Your Legacy"?
Ooh, that's a good one. Damn,
do it.
That's deep.
I mean, that's what we talk about. Anyway, episode 167. We made a podcast. We definitely spent this whole time talking about Messi. Don't ever play with us.
Please don't.
Nobody breaking it down like this.
We did not do this damn episode for a whole Messi-sode just for him to He Brett Favre's us. So help me God. It's fate on sight, honestly.
I mean, the episode could be "Don't Brett Favre us," but I don't want to do that.
No, I like the legacy one more.
Understand legacy from New Boys.
Taylor members.
Who?
Nobody.
Kayla? Who?
Taylor members.
Taylor, the one from 909? Don't think I mean. No side. Ain't that Your camera's wild.
He wants a break.
Anyway, episode 167, we made a podcast. Make sure you're subscribed and holler.